Hey everybody, Mike Vacchi, PrincetonTrader.com here with your evening recap. Sorry I'm getting this out a little late, but Christmas pageant night, so sometimes, you got to do what you got to do. But I wanted to get one out because today was an important day, and I'll be out with another one in the morning. Okay, 15-minute chart, ES, and let's talk very briefly about what happened today, but let's talk more importantly about what the impact that's going to have on tomorrow, okay? So last night, they make the budget deal, okay? And I mentioned to my subscribers, and I can't remember if I mentioned on the evening recap last night, that we traded at 08s, but we didn't make new highs. And you've got what should be bullish news, and you didn't get a bullish reaction. So that was a little bit of a tell. Then this morning we had some resistance at the daily pivot 1805.25. So you had originally established resistance at 11.5, established resistance at 08, established resistance at 1805, and there was a descending trend line here that we talked about. It tagged that, we talked about that on the morning webcast, and then we went. We tested middle band, we broke middle band, okay, and we really kind of cascaded down. The day for the bears was made when we make this low. We take the high up into the 91s, and the bears actually knock it down. They don't let the bulls get away with a double bottom here, and they go ahead and push it lower. And what we're seeing now is 1783. So let me zoom out. Remember 1783. 1783 back here last week was support. That was where the bears did let the bulls make a double bottom. Then we walked it up into jobs and we launched. Okay? Now, what we're seeing now is support becoming fairly consistent resistance since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And we traded now as low as 1776.5. So, if we do rally tonight, if Europe does buy this, if we do move higher, they're going to have to get through 1783 to begin with. The bulls need 1783 to be broken through, to be tested as support, and to have it hold again. If they don't, then 1783 will become a resistance area, confirm resistance, and that will open the door to lower prices. Now, out on the daily, we talked about this. We talked about the pop from the last jobs report in November, drift down to test the band and move higher. This time around, popped off jobs, drift, crack the middle band, and now do we head lower? I think we just might, because the bands are starting to expand. You've got 83 trying to become resistance. And if it doesn't pop overnight, then you could see a morning high. And now that we're trading below the middle band, those of you that have followed me for a while, if the market decides it wants to trade below middle band, then we are not a buyer of dips, we are a seller of rallies. Okay? Then we get a morning rally tomorrow. I think that morning rally would have to be sold, and we would see lows tomorrow. If the bears can put one more day together below the middle band, I think they can put together maybe 3 or 4 down days before we have a resumption of trend. Okay? And let me emphasize this, a resumption of trend. I do not think that today is the beginning of a calamitous drop in the market. Okay? I think we all need to stay on planet Earth here. All right? Could it happen? Absolutely. Is there anything on this chart that demonstrates that that's what's happening right now? No. Okay? So don't get ahead of yourselves. If you've been short here, you better be taking profits. You better understand that you are counter trend. No matter how good it felt today as it went Wile E. Coyote off a cliff for you, you are counter trend. And you better be taking profits. So, if we do spill out a little bit, then my target would be the 50-day exponential moving average and potentially a test of this low, the 1736 half. So you want some downside targets there, I'll give you two. I'm not even going any farther than that. The bears have a lot of work to do between now and then. But any bounce, the conversation for any bounce begins at 1783. Okay, so everybody have a great night. Follow us, Princeton Trader. Check out the website. Check out the chat room. Don't trade this stuff by yourself. I'll be back in the morning with another webcast, charts throughout the day. And any feedback, anything at all, let me know. Anything I can do to make it better, I will do that. Trying to get some content out to everybody. During what are not easy markets to trade. Okay, have a fantastic night. Trade them well. See you in the morning.